I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. We are continuing in Jeremiah now. This is during the 11-year reign of Jehoiakim, but this is near the beginning. And we are now in chapter 27. The Lord sends word to many nations that they are to serve Babylon. The vessels of the Lord's house shall go into Babylon. In the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, came this word unto Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus saith the Lord to me, Make thee bonds and yokes, and put them upon thy neck, and send them to the king of Edom, and to the king of Moab, and to the king of the Ammonites, and to the king of Tyrus, and to the king of Zidon, by the hand of the messengers which come to Jerusalem unto Zedekiah king of Judah, and command them to say unto their masters, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Thus shall ye say unto your masters, I have made the earth, the man and the beast that are upon the ground, by my great power and by my outstretched arm, and have given it unto whom it seemed meet unto me. And now have I given all these lands into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant. And the beasts of the field have I given him also to serve him. And all nations shall serve him, and his son's son, until the very time of his land come. And then many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of him. And it shall come to pass that the nation and kingdom which will not serve the same Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, and that will not put their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon, that nation will I punish, saith the Lord, with the sword, and with the famine, and with the pestilence, until I have consumed them by his hand. Therefore hearken not ye to your prophets, nor to your diviners, nor to your dreamers, nor to your enchanters, nor to your sorcerers, which speak unto you, saying, Ye shall not serve the king of Babylon. For they prophesy a lie unto you, to remove you far from your land, and that I should drive you out, and ye should perish. But the nations that bring their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon and serve him, those will I let remain still in their own land, saith the Lord, and they shall till it and dwell therein. I spake also to Zedekiah, king of Judah, according to all these words, saying, Bring your necks under the yoke of the king of Babylon, and serve him and his people, and live. Why will ye die, thou and thy people, by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, as the Lord hath spoken against the nation that will not serve the king of Babylon? Therefore hearken not unto the words of the prophets that speak unto you, saying, Ye shall not serve the king of Babylon, for they prophesy a lie unto you. For I have not seen them, saith the Lord, yet they prophesy a lie in my name, that I might drive you out, and that ye might perish, ye and the prophets that prophesy unto you. Also I spake to the priests and to all this people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Hearken not to the words of your prophets that prophesy unto you, saying, Behold, the vessels of the Lord's house shall now shortly be brought again from Babylon, for they prophesy a lie unto you. Hearken not unto them. Serve the king of Babylon, and live. Wherefore should this city be laid waste? But if they be prophets, and if the word of the Lord be with them, let them now make intercession to the Lord of hosts, that the vessels which are left in the house of the Lord and in the house of the king of Judah and at Jerusalem go not to Babylon. For thus saith the Lord of hosts concerning the pillars, and concerning the sea, and concerning the bases, and concerning the residue of the vessels that remain in the city, which Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon took not, when he carried away captive Jeconiah, the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, from Jerusalem to Babylon, and all the nobles of Judah and Jerusalem. Yea, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, concerning the vessels that remain in the house of the Lord, and in the house of the king of Judah and of Jerusalem. They shall be carried to Babylon, and there shall they be until the day that I visit them, saith the Lord. Then will I bring them up and restore them to this place. Okay, this chapter causes a little bit of confusion, mainly because it says in the first verse that it's in the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim. But then starting in verse 2, and through the rest of the chapter, it is clearly in the reign of Zedekiah. It is a message to Zedekiah. So, I will confess, I read this originally during the reign of Jehoiakim, because I read the first verse when I was doing my timelines. Oh, this goes with Jehoiakim. then I read it and realized that no, it goes with Zedekiah. So, anyways, this is Jeremiah. I think this is supposed to be in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, not in the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim. And this is Jeremiah telling Zedekiah, look, God has given the world to Nebuchadnezzar. He has chosen Nebuchadnezzar to be the ruler of the world right now. Submit to him. It's a message. He doesn't just send it to Zedekiah, of course. He sends it to all the people there. Edom, Moab, Ammon, Tyrus, Zidon. These are all the kingdoms around the Canaan area. And he's telling him, look, just submit and you'll be good. They don't, but there's not a lot else to say about it. It's a fairly straightforward message. Don't believe anybody else. I'm the one giving you the real word, so anybody else who tells you anything different, you know they're wrong. But there is a very brief Joseph Smith translation here. This is in verse 7. In the King James, and all nations shall serve him and his son and his son's son until the very time of his land come. And then many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of him. Joseph Smith corrects this. And all nations shall serve him and his son's son, until the very time of their end come. And after that, many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them. Not a major change in meaning, but saying when the time for their ending is come, they'll be ended and other kings will rise to take their place. To be honest, I'm feeling a little bit annoyed at this chapter because it did mess up my timeline. So I'm going to leave that here.